The veils are thinning. We're in a purification process. Just like we're seeing the evil in the world being purified, we are also being purified. And as light workers, have to go first, and we have to put on the full armor of God, which means that the only way to be protected in this coming time is by staying in full integrity, walking in truth, in righteousness, whatever that means to each of us, like walking in our own truth. And yeah, like you're not going to get away with anything at this point. Like if you are like yesterday I used some of my housemate's avocado oil, but I use like a bunch because I'm like raw vegan now, and whatever, I was just like really hungry and I wanted to make something yummy, but I knew like I can't use that much avocado oil and just like sneak by, so I had to like tell her immediately, because we're not going to be able to sneak away with anything. Like, so for the big evil people, it's like, you know, trafficking rings and stuff, but for us it's like whatever, we're not going to get away with anything at this point. And so you're asking like how much longer is this process going to take, and let me just be straight with you. We are at the very beginning. Like where we're going is our bodies are going to transform. We are going to become immortal in the body. Do you know what is going to have to actually take place in order for that to happen? We are going to create a whole new culture, a rainbow tribe, new sets of rituals, new rites of passage. Everything is going to be different. This is going to take several generations. We're going to have to instill through mythology, through song, through art, the values of caring for the planet and living in harmony in the win-win-win. Just like for the past few thousand years, humans have been consciously led astray, we're going to have to take the reins on our own life and species and remember that we are actually gods and goddesses walking on this plane, and that we are meant to be immortal in the body, just like Jesus showed the way of ascending in the body, turning the body into light. We are actually supposed to do that. So it's like, how long is that going to take? I don't know. I keep receiving these very clear tasks that I'm meant to do, like that feel really big, and I know that the way to do big things, like let's say you have a really big vision for the world, the most important thing you can do is truly focus on yourself. So like, where in your life are you out of integrity? Like you know, cleaning up your diet. Or I have a friend, she's like so high level spiritual, she's such a mystical, beautiful butterfly. I swear she's had past lives as like a Magdalene, a Cathar. She's a total mystic, but she tells all these little white lies, and it's like left over from her wounded inner child. But it's like, at this point in the game, we can't do anything like that. We're not going to get away with anything. There's going to be immediate repercussions. But when we actually apply everything that we're being told to do, like all those little things that are like nagging at you that you know you need to get to, like, you know, just cleaning up your shit, you know, like having more conscious sex, being more diligent with your meditation practice, cleaning up your diet, whatever it is. Like if your job is not a part of the win-win-win, you gotta change it. Everything has to change. So this process is going to take several generations at least, and we are actually also going to be living longer if we can get that far. But we're gonna have to change our diets. Like those people who really want to ascend in the body, it's gonna require fasting and stuff. So this is like serious, and you can't really fudge it. You have to go step by step, truly listening to your own inner guidance about what's the right next step for you. Because you can't really skip like the whole diet thing. There's not one way to do it. It's like, you know, veganism is really not for everyone. Breatharianism is not for everyone. We have to go through the due process, and like there's a time where we may need that nourishment, and then there's a time where like God from within tells us like, okay, now do this. Like for me, at one point, eating a lot of psychedelic mushrooms was helpful, and now my message is, no, don't do anything. Like, be the mushroom. So what's right for one person at one moment could be different for another person. Obviously, we're all on the path, and God and the voice of God is coming from within, and we're being asked to we don't need to be consulting tarot anymore. We don't need to be calling the psychic. Truly, you can say, like, God, what is the next step for me? And you listen inward, and then you have to find the strength inward to keep going. And I've been given this whole list, and I found myself like pleading outwardly, like, God, okay, you gave me this list, like, how am I gonna do all this? Give me the strength. And then I realized, oh my God, that strength has to come from within. So now I'm building my chi, I'm cultivating myself, I'm sealing up the holes. Okay, so holes are whole energetic holes are places where the evil can get in. It's places where, when I say evil, it's like just places where, unhelpful thought forms, like, okay, so evil can come as small as like just unhelpful thought forms or obsessions or out of balance neuroses, but it could also take on a whole form and be like a whole full-on entity that's fucking with your life, or a demon that's showing up in your dreams, or beings like interdimensional beings that are like sabotaging your relationship and stuff like that. So there's ways to protect ourselves from that. And of course, like I said, walking with the full armor of God. Ask yourself what that means for you. And I'm talking so fast because I'm trying to like make this like palatable for TikTok, but I need to slow down so I can go into my heart, so I can like remember what I really need to say. So just bear with me. Okay, yeah, these holes. So any kind of like unforgiveness, any kind of trauma, unresolved trauma, unprocessed trauma, those cause holes in our field for these unhelpful energies to get in and sabotage us in the form of addiction, out of balance energy, just unhelpful thought forms, distractions. So how long is this going to take? Like, we're in it. We are in it. And like, yeah, I'm not planning on dying in this body. I'm planning on extending my life through spiritual practice, and that's going to be a huge transformation. And maybe it's going to take me 1,000 years to do everything on my list of things that I'm supposed to do. So we're just starting, and as the light is amping up, so are all the evil plans, because the they're trying to create a universal income that's highly controllable and controlled by the one world government, so they're going to offer you with money. Here, let me fill your bank account. They're going to create a crisis, then they're going to fill your bank account, which they already did this during COVID. And then they're going to be like, okay, be a good little boy, be a good little girl, and now we'll give you the money. And if not, then you're excluded from society and stuff. So we need to be preparing for this physically, but mostly spiritually. Because when you stay in your heart and you move from your heart and you're truly listening from within and you're truly acting on all of those messages that you're getting from God, those little whispers that you're hearing of those things that you know that you need to do, then when you truly act on those, it will propel you forward to a whole new level, and you won't even recognize things. We're actually going into a whole new world. So I hope that's helpful, and thank you for commenting, and thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And I'm doing all of my therapy sessions by donation now, because that's one of the things that God instructed me to do. So if anybody out there wants more support, you can reach out and we can craft a win-win-win, what that would look like. And I have a background in clinical psychology, transpersonal psychology. I'm trained in Sufism, Buddhism, and I do like psychology and interdimensional healing and like fifth dimensional life coaching. And I'm building a pranic living center out here in Mexico. So reach out if you would like to work with me one-on-one. I also offer a Avatar Activation Breathwork class if you're interested in that. Very accessible. So thanks for tuning in, everyone.